It's the Stuck in the Middle podcast family. This is the year-end recap, man. We got the whole gang team in the building. I will start by introducing myself for those who are otherwise unfamiliar. I'm Reflex. To my left, we got the beautiful Ma. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, Ma.
You just introduced her.
I'm Ma. I am Stuck in the Middle's PR assistant. Yeah.
She's the first lady. Then there's this ugly bat. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, father. Alex, a.k.a. Achiri, a.k.a. the Don Dada.
Who called you the Don Dada?
AKA Mr. Never Show Up.
I know, right?
A.k.a. always out sick.
We're spilling all tears today. Sir Charles in the building.
What's going on, people? Sir Charles, aka Capo. Like I said, whichever one is your preference, call me.
See how he put his sexy voice. Who are you trying to charm?
It's all my fans.
AK is
So
joining
all your
us.
fancies?
AK is joining us on FaceTime. Y'all see AK in the corner right. He is on FaceTime. For those who first of all, shout out to the people who noticed that AK was gone. AK, you got fans out here. People, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, time out. So you're trying to say I can introduce myself to you?
I did already. Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself, screen man.
Hey man, Uncle AK, Wise Man AK, whichever suit your boat, man. Just pick one.
Suit your
Just
boat.
pick one. Call out, man. Anyway, your first kind of back.
That's why you're in a box. On a TV box. Now listen, man. It's been can y'all believe? First of all, man, can y'all believe we coming up with 3 years to doing this podcast thing? Like. February 5th, 2020 is gonna make it 3 years. AK, you've been the, you know what I'm saying, like a pioneer of this thing. Did you think we would come this far?
Yeah, definitely.
You wanted to say he was going to fail.
Regardless of what, I knew for sure that, man, we're just gonna keep, grinding, finding fun in it. You know what I mean? Like finding the fun in it and just doing it. Regardless of how painful it is, sometimes just find fun. And every week, we just keep challenging ourselves, just keep looking for the fun in it. And the edits, all that stuff, kind of aligns with, everything you're doing too, and it just makes you focus more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I feel like we're on a good path, man, and because our path is so good, we're enjoying it in the process. It just makes it easier for you to just, keep going. So yeah, I definitely see us, coming this far and even going further.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Definitely.
She's like, yeah. Well, I feel it next year. We'll just crumble. Second, I'm kidding.
Go for it.
So Charles, I know, right? So Charles, man, you joined the team. Was it this year?
Yeah. A few months ago.
Like a few months ago, yeah. First of all, what was it about? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a seamless match. But what was it about? Like, stuck in the middle to you that was like, yo. I wouldn't mind being a part of this.
Well, for me, I think.
And what do you do? In what capacity do you serve, by the way?
All right, sure. So number one, I'm the host of the Couch Talk. It was definitely something that AK introduced me to. One day I just wanted to learn about the podcast aspect of things because I had my own show prior, but that was in undergrad while I was in undergrad. So. It was a lot different. The people I had worked with previously, we didn't see eye to eye creatively, so I kind of just, shut it down. But then, I had talked to AK, and I think I talked to you as well, and you invited me on the show to watch a podcast, and when I came in, I was so moved by everything that I saw, I just kept coming back, and I kept coming back, and I kept coming back. But being a part of a podcast was something I was always interested in. But when I saw your platform, I had always heard about it, being around the people I was around, but I had never really taken a look at it. But then when I saw for myself, looked back, saw previous episodes, and I was like, yeah, you all have a good thing going. So when AK approached me about joining the team, I was down, all the way down, and it's just been great ever since, and I definitely felt like I have a lot to contribute as well. But what you already have is such a great platform for, the young innovators and entrepreneurs, especially within this area that we're living in. So I just wanted to be a part of that.
Man, appreciate, saying, like, having you on. I know AK used to host the Couch Talk, and then he moved away. and then you know what I'm saying, like hopped in. He was like seamless. You actually were like, you know, part of like the first couple of episodes, and then he was as far as like hosting the joint. This question is for like all of us. I don't want to host. This is not me hosting, by the way. We're having a conversation.
Okay.
We're having conversation.
You're
I'm just
hosting.
asking
You sound
questions.
like you're doing a great job.
Right.
I'm just asking questions because you know it's just to break the ice and get things started. Like it's like we doing a group chat. Let's make this thing lit. You feel me? What do y'all feel? Speaking of couch stuff, what do y'all feel was like the wildest episode? Or like, what do y'all think of that whole introduction of the couch talk? Because it was this year that we started this, right?
Yeah. I think that first episode was Suki.
Yeah. That's the one I
That
heard
took
the
off.
most. Yeah, that's the
That
one I
was
heard the most.
that was a number.
Yeah. How did that come about, AK? Like the whole couch talk thing?
Oh, let's not forget that our very first episode of Couch Talk, we never ever released that joint. Remember?
Which one was that?
Oh yeah.
We had Nancy, we had the essentialist, and then we had the show of the Jamaican lady.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
4 of us. Remember?
That was like 4 hours long.
Footage.
4 hours long.
Remember it was long.
Footage,
It
man,
was
like
so
that.
long.
Like it was super dope. But the whole idea came from I don't know, we obviously didn't have this conversations, you know, in gatherings, you know, when you go play sports and stuff like that, even in school, man. Like you be having those conversations, you know, with your boys, like, oh yeah, this, that, and you guys be like really arguing about it. So with the show, I was like, man, let's put a little spin to it, yo. Let's, you know, create that couch up. I mean, Mauro will have the space in the basement, so why not do it? So let's just, you know, invite some people. Let's just talk our regular talk that, you know, we'll normally talk over, you know, playing video games or you know, studying or just walking outside. Let's just have those conversations. It first started off as, you know, boys first, and then girls. You know, it's like somebody takes shots here, and then, you know, the shots fired, you know, gets fired back. You know, just that you know, mix. Same from a man's perspective and same from a woman's perspective. And then, you know, with all the edits and everything, we're like, man, that's a little bit, you know, too much right now. Let's bring it. What'd you say?
I'm laughing. You were actually on like a first couple episodes.
I was on the first all-girl one, I think. Yeah.
How was it different, like being in front of the camera and everybody?
Because y'all know I'm shy. I was like, Lord Jesus, these questions. My mama got to watch this. But it was good. Like, after a while, then we had the boys come on. And, Charles, you were on that one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it
I
was
definitely
nice.
was. I think I've been on a good number of episodes.
Yeah.
Charles don't be
So-
caring to air his business out.
Right, I do.
That's why you do
That's
a great
what Sierra
job
Leone.
of. As you said, that's because he's from Sierra Leone. That's what-
Wow, shots fired. No, I think it's just about being genuine, you know, when you're authentic and real, you know, like I've always told myself I want to be the next Charlemagne the God. Like, I'm dead serious. If
Even
Charlemagne
better.
ever
Why not
watches
better?
this, I want to be the next Charlemagne the God
I
because
can see that.
you know, like I just feel like there's value in living your truth. There's nothing to hide, you know. I'm not ashamed of what I've done or what I've did before or my past or anything like that. I'm not ashamed of any decisions I've ever made in my life. So as long as people understand my perspective or the, you know, what I have or what I have to offer to the table, I always respect everybody's opinions. And I think that's what makes the couch talk so great, or this podcast great, is because people are sharing their ideas and opinions and, you know, their experiences based on their own previous history. So it's just important to live your truth, you know, and that's one thing Charlemagne the God always says: live your truth. Otherwise, people can't say anything about you.
like having you on the team has been like such a joy and like relief. You know what I mean? I had to
Yo.
tap Icky like, bruh, we gotta take Ma out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And,
Steak
like,
dinner.
Steak dinner. Fogo de
Steak
chao,
dinner.
bro.
yes.
Actually,
I'm with it.
if you don't come on that screen, what are you watching? This guy, let me tell y'all something.
I'm listening to
This is exactly what he does.
Yes. A cheer
We be-
watches games doing podcasts,
Podcast,
y'all.
and he don't be doing his job.
I don't be doing my job.
You don't be doing your job.
All right.
Wow.
Let's take it there.
Ooh. Take it there. Let's take it there.
What you got on me? You ain't got nothing on me, sucker.
Not apart from complaining.
You said what? We be here like trying to record a pod, and then who's supposed to be the technical director? We'll be watching his stupid Cowboys play,
And they be losing.
and they be losing.
I'm
And
actually
miss all the good
Like
shots.
they're losing right now.
rooting for the Cowboys to win.
That's good for y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Sound
I
like a
hate the
personal.
Oh.
But Ma, like,
yeah, Ma.
how, like, you know, first of all, it's like I said, been a joy having you. How, you know what I'm saying, like, is it dealing with, you know,
Oh, guys.
no, like the guests, like communicating? Has there been like a OC person where it's like asked for like crazy amount of money to come on? Or like, what's like some crazy stories?
So, you have people be like, I want to come on. How much you guys paying? I'm like,
I want to come on. How much are you guys paying?
yeah.
What?
When I get emails like that, I'm like, oh well, you know, we don't pay our guests. I'm sorry. Or it's people, and it's like dope people that be out of state though, and I like those people. They would actually be like, well, I'm in town, you know, I will let you guys know. But some people be like, oh, are you paying for lodging, ticket? I'm just like, when are you coming? Like, oh, I can't let you guys know until blah 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 blah.
And then conversation just died.
Yeah, and it just dies. And then you have some people that you would email and they won't email you back. But they'll probably see their friend on the show and they email, oh, it went into junk. 5 months later, you text me back because you seen your friend was on here. But it's overall, it's a joy. I don't let it all, I don't think.
When somebody, like, he said what? When, like, we've only had, like, 2 canceled this year?
You think so? This year has been
No,
so
I think
long,
it
y'all. This year has been so long.
I was just about to ask.
Only 2?
I think so, yeah.
I was about to ask, like, I mean, if it's only 2 cancellations, well, that's one thing, but that's a good
No,
nod,
it's
but
not.
It's been more-
It's
it's
probably
more
been
than
more than 2.
I think,
But
I
the good
think,
thing about it is we've had backup episodes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
backup,
so
yeah.
we've, you know, we worked our way around that.
my question to Ma was going to be, like, what has been the most unprofessional scenario that you've been faced with?
Oh, I've never come across that.
No.
Unprofessional? No.
No.
like, just dealing with people.
Nah. For the podcast, talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Emailing, no, oh my gosh. I hope not.
Like, somebody cursing you out.
Because
through
somebody
email.
cursing me out.
Through email.
Nah.
Like come on here and then send you like a follow-up, send us like a follow-up email. Like, that was like, you know, the worst experience.
No.
The first thing that people do when they walk in here is like they compliment how dope the studio
Yes.
is. Like, people like think, oh, like they pull up and it's like, you know, it's like a TV. It's a house. And then they think like, you know, they about to get we've had a guest come on. I'm not gonna say her name. And
Thanks to my designing.
thanks you. Yeah. We've had a guest come on, and she literally sat down and sent a bunch of people her location, and then she said, just in case these people try to kidnap me.
Stop it.
Hold up, what?
Yeah, she was, yeah. And I asked, I was like, we think we're gonna kidnap you? She was like, she said, you saw that? I was like, yeah, I saw that.
She definitely ain't watching the episodes previous before coming here.
Oh no, yeah, like that's one of the first things that people do when they come is like compliment how dope the studio is, the design, the setup, the professionalism, and like, yeah, man, it's the only thing is that, you know, on time.
We need to
We gonna throw it down before this joint's over, bro.
and another thing too is and a lot of other podcasters always ask if they can rent the space. So that's something we should look into next year.
Oh, that's dope.
What you mean? No.
What you think, AK?
Okay, AK's face.
What was the question?
A lot of people asking to rent our space to do their podcast and stuff.
Why not? We have to contact the the house owners, create a contract so that, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
The money streaming is, even so that nobody, nobody's vexing. Why is that not?
But you, why you say no?
Huh?
Chewy has said no, so I'm asking him why he said no.
We got stuck in middle plastered
Yeah,
all over
you don't
this
have to
joint.
cover up everything.
I mean, I don't think they
Because
want
you don't want nothing associated with anybody else's.
I mean, I get that. That's not hard. They just take the stuff down and put it back up.
Huh? Now you doing?
Y'all can do it.
You say, y'all can do it. I think we got. Speaking of, this is like leading up to like a dope avenue as far as like getting an office space, like perfect office, and then using that as leverage to like create a space where other people can rent and you have their. But
that's true.
Speaking of perfect office, AK, you wanna break the news?
No, there's no news to break.
Sorry, y'all.
Flex, I was gonna ask you, right?
Yeah.
Being that you've been, hosting by yourself right now, do you think it's a lot easier? Do you think it's harder? Speak about some challenges that you had. Are you burnt out? Speak about that.
Yeah, definitely it's harder, and I'm burnt out. Some weeks is like easy because you can feed off the guest energy, and then like if Achiri does his job and actually sends in questions, it's like, let me stop my mess before this wreck me. But if we have like everything, like for people who don't know, it's not like we do thorough research. And if you listen to the episodes, you hear guests like, "Dang, y'all did your research." You ask a question, they're like stunned. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like, oh, we making it on the fly. So if we have questions ready, like we're supposed to throughout the week, research and things like that, it's just a matter of showing up and just going off the guest energy. But when we do like 2 episodes a day, a Saturday, definitely be burnt out. And then there was a stretch where, when AK moved, I was doing, like, as far as like technical work, I would record, do the research, record, edit both the audio and the video, publish it, do the promo cuts and all that. And I was just like, I felt like quitting. I actually called him, and I was like, bro, next
So
week.
y'all figured how AK could edit now. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I actually called him one time. I was like, bruh, in 2 weeks, I'm
Yeah,
done.
I was worried about Flex. Flex doesn't like to talk. So like, I'm like, oh Lord, Flex is talking all by himself. There's 2 people at least. Like he could have like a 2-minute break while AK talks.
Yep.
But you've been doing a great job, Flex.
No, that's definitely something I'm looking to get more actively involved with. You know, just definitely coming to the other side. It's just not only about being a couch talk host. I know that, the couch talk is funny and interesting sometimes, but there's definitely other avenues to be explored.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely, man. This been happening, like when we had Haze. I was gonna say Purple Haze. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Purple haze.
What's your name? Black Haze?
Black Haze.
Yeah, you were supposed to. There's been a
Hazel,
couple.
yeah.
Yeah, there's been a couple episodes
Yeah.
that we were supposed to host, but you were out of town. We just had like so.
Some other stuff.
So
Yeah.
next
man.
year, y'all gonna see Sir Charles on the desk.
Definitely.
You know what I
Amazing.
To all the mutual people that have been a part of this this podcast, that I wasn't present for, I'm gonna just go out and say I apologize. I had other, circumstances, that didn't allow me to be here, but definitely for sure I'm gonna try to make sure I'm more available, more open, that way, it's fun, I'm not saying that it isn't fun with Flex, but just, I definitely want to be here to support and make sure that, we have a little bit more fun while we're here.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. Achiri,
Popping.
what's this year been like for you, bro?
It's been pretty fun. I
I think I'll
think
be a mother speak.
Talking to Mike.
I don't like talking, but nah, it's been good. It's been a good year. We've had some dope guests. Like y'all said, Ma's been doing an amazing job with these guests, cause bro, that's what I did before. Lord, this joint was hot. We
Let me-
be scrambling on Thursdays. Like, wait, y'all got a guess? This week.
Let me ask
But
y'all
yeah.
a question. I mean, if you was
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, being behind the scenes, definitely, like, you and Ma. There been one guest where they've introduced their business that you've been, like, astonished at and been like, that's very interesting. I would like to know more or be a part of that.
Yeah, for me, the lady we had
Like 3 weeks
3
ago.
weeks ago that had the
And Lexus little bug.
yeah, her, bro. I was sitting back here recording, and I was like, "Yo, what? How
She was
somebody just sit
speechless.
in the house and think about this, and we just
And it's
over
like,
here?"
right, it's one of those
Yeah.
things that's in your face.
Yeah, bro. It's like I was like, damn, nah. Like this is like if that joint catches on, she's out of here. Like she finds the right partners to take her business to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause her joint is needed heavy.
Heavy, especially in like Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. I just think about my sister and all her kids, and I'm like, I'm the first person she calls when pick this person up, pick that person. I'm just like, damn. Where's Lexi's little bug?
Yeah, yo. Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
yeah, her for me was probably the best one this year. Like I was like, yo, this is what this podcast is about for companies like that to share their story, or individuals to say come out here and show other people that you can be sitting in your house and anything can turn into a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, man. For sure. Ma, what's like I know, like, I'm the skeptic. I'm always because we always like, oh, should we have this person on? Should we have this person on? I'm like, yo, this
no, not at all.
Yes.
AK or Mario, they'd be like everybody. If they can pick a person off the street,
but those are the ones that always surprise you, though. Facts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
the best
Those would be the ones that makes it like.
when she
wow,
walked
this
in
was
here
dope.
too, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Then she started talking about her business, like,
Yeah.
okay.
I'd be so skeptical though. I'd be like, nah. If you was left to me, we would not have guests. Because I turned out everybody damn yeah.
You really do.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
know
ever
why.
be like, yes.
So in 2020, it's safe to say you're gonna go in with an open mind about all the.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
no choice. We're booked till May.
Yeah, we're listen, y'all.
Booked and busy.
Booked
and busy. Listen,
Now, man. What?
I have like anxiety. Like, we're in December. I'm like, oh my God, we don't have a guest, but we're booked till May. I'm like, we have to start booking. And I'm just like, on it.
I think we should take a break
For what?
of booking. That with fresh ideas.
We have a Christmas break for about what? 2 weeks? We're good. This is enough break.
Hey.
I have a
We're
question.
booked, though.
I have a question, bro. Like, when it comes to the different businesses that we've all presented here on Stuck in the Middle, do you book like the same type of business twice, or how do you
Absolutely.
go about that?
I do. Like I could book
10 makeup artists.
music art. You said what?
I said 10 makeup artists.
10 makeup
Yeah, I'm not gonna
artists.
start coming from a makeup
Those are the
artist.
ones I don't like.
Flex,
why I
you
said
skeptical
it,
about
'cause Flex be like
cosmetics. He's
cosmetics.
like, yeah,
And
I
Ankara
do.
people.
I really do. I feel like because the platforms for everybody to come on,
Facts.
and who am I to tell somebody no, you can't? If you're a makeup artist and you're gonna come on here, I'm sorry, Flex. You gotta reshuffle your questions over and over, but this is what the platform's for.
But do they
so.
gotta meet like a certain criteria? Like if I just go pick up a makeup artist that's working at Macy's or JCPenney right now at Sephora, right? Can they come on the show? Like, what's
No,
the
because she's
stipulations?
working for somebody. She's not an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She don't got no story.
You're right.
I wake up and go 9 to 5.
She has a 9 to
Same.
5. That's her job. That's her job.
Yeah.
So it's different.
It's like a platform for entrepreneurs, innovators. Like you hear their movements and things like that. I think we definitely have grown this year. And before we started recording this particular episode, just like looking at goals for next year. When this year started, we had goals plastered over this board, and they kind of like disappear one by one. But and this is more so for AK. I don't know if you can hear us. Somebody, one of fans, listeners to the pod said to so like every quarter, at least, target a huge platform out there, like say for example a Shade Room, take an episode that we think is fire, and then hit up Shade Room, do like cold calls or hit up their PR people and say, hey, promote this for us, put money behind it, and then so that way we can get some following from there. Do that like four times next year.
I agree.
Like just take a budget, hit up like a Shade Room or Black Video, whatever, find a dope episode that they would be like, oh yeah, we definitely will promote this. They might not even charge for it. So I think that's a goal for next year. What y'all think about that?
I agree.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I was
something
actually gonna
very
talk
dope.
to AK about starting to do Facebook ads, but that was before we shut down the Perfect Office situation. Yeah, so I was gonna say the money for that can go towards Facebook ads, because that could go directly to a targeted audience and stuff like that. So, but I mean, it's still something we could do. Facebook ads shouldn't be probably 20 a
Isn't that
month,
like
30 a
Instagram
month,
ads?
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Instagram
okay.
ads.
Instagram
Target
ads,
ads.
Twitter
Instagram,
ads.
Yeah.
aren't they cheaper than Facebook ads or the same thing?
They're the same thing. Same
Same
Instagram.
thing, yeah, definitely. What's some like personal? I know you're speaking of like ads and like sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Presidential. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah.
I love this. Was like this might have been one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
actually.
So that's if you've been a guest on here, you want partner, you know what I'm saying, like promote your stuff, partner with like what's the word, sponsorship, definitely hit us up. There's plenty of avenue for that. We would love to talk to you about how we can support you and you support us in sponsorship, business, partnership kind of way. So yeah, definitely Ma and AK, you know what I'm saying, hit up Ma, and then we definitely can have that conversation for real.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yo.
Are you guys forgetting that our blog section has been popping too this year?
Oh yeah.
It can be
They can be booked and busy.
I'm like, damn, bro,
We
I
have
started
a
reading.
I'm like, dang.
tired of reading.
How do you find these people? When did you talk to them? When did they write? I'm like, dang, okay, you be in the back working.
Why are you so big on the blog section? First of all,
He likes to read.
It's still another outlet of giving information. It's more of like having a. You know how people say they want multiple streams of income.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having multiple streams of communication. So there are certain things that. Have you ever noticed that there's just that one thing that when you read it, it sounds in your head is a lot better than when somebody say it or you watch it somewhere. But when you read it in your mind, it just clicks, like it clicks hard. Yeah. So for me, I believe that written words to impact people anyway. So I'm heavy on the blog section too because it also gives space for other artistry, writing, writing that whether it's long stories, short stories, poems, and all that stuff. It opens a whole new world. And also I'm promoting people to read more, not just read headlines, but actually read. So that's why I'm heavy on the blog section.
What's been because you can see the back end as far as the website, and that's gonna be another question as far as like our website. Listen, y'all, SitMpodcast.com. Go check that out. You should shop merch, all that good stuff. But what's what's the one blog this year that kind of quote unquote went viral that people read the most?
I have one for myself.
No, I didn't. It was definitely two for me. I didn't mean to cut you off, AK or Flex, but it was definitely two for me. Uncle, Stop Touching Me.
Yeah,
that was one.
That was mine.
That was one. Mm-hmm. And then I forgot the title of the other one. I believe it was Why I Chose to Become Abstinent.
Oh yeah,
those
yeah,
two.
Yeah.
I might have the second title wrong, but definitely those two. Uncle Stop Touching Me resonated with me because it gave me insight into how young ladies think, and then it gave me a perspective from. It gave me the woman's perspective, especially being from the community that we're from, being from the African community, having those elder generations, and when you go to those type of parties, it opened my eye. I look a little differently at certain things. The same thing with abstinence, that was definitely a subject that I wanted to learn more about, So those two for me.
Who wrote those, by the way? I forget.
Uncle Stop Touching Me?
Yeah.
Lala and
Nora.
Shout out to Nana. Yeah. Oh, not Nana. Nana and Nora. Combine the two names. And AK, how can people, because the blog is not written by us, Mach,
You've written a blog.
Yeah, I've written one or two. It's definitely hard, man. So shout out to the writers. But how can people? So it's open for people to write. Plug it up,
Yeah, it's an open platform. Anybody can write. Just shoot us an email SitMpodcast237@gmail.com. Just shoot us your Word document with some pictures to go with it, and that's about it. And we'll feature that on our blog.
Yeah. Any topic, anything goes.
Anything goes.
All right. I heard it, man. It had a time where it was like a run of all girls writing why I'm out here potting. Whoa. And then some girls was like, why I'm celibate. He was like, I was like, damn, I'm tired of reading this joint.
Yeah, it was actually not the abstinence. It was actually why I'm celibate.
Yeah, why I'm celibate. Yeah.
There were a lot of them though. Yeah. Did you read all of them?
I read 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. That ran for about a month, right?
Yeah, it was two on the two opposites. Yeah. I wrote. That's one of the blogs I wrote as far as celibacy and stuff like that. His one is finally dead. I bet don't charge it.
I'm not funny.
What do y'all goals for next year, man? As far as this platform is going is concerned.
Just keep booking.
Stay booked and busy.
Stay booked and busy. That's my goal.
Come to every episode.
Lord Jesus!
That's a big goal. That is a big goal. That's a big goal.
Lord,
if that happens, 2020 is ours to take.
Amen.
Y'all act like I don't be in this joint.
Sure. You know you don't be the joint. You know that you don't be the joint because AK's dad was like.
Where's that?
Nah, AK's dad never sees me when I'm here.
Cause you're never here.
That's crazy.
Y'all heard the man. Listen,
hating.
The listeners going to hold you to that. I be shouting out people. It's I'm gonna start doing that. I do that because I'm nervous. At the end. Bruh.
Yeah, he does.
Wait,
I
y'all.
can tell when he's
So,
nervous
Flex-
because he starts
Flex-
rapping.
Yeah.
Flex about to add another little title to his name, Arthur. So who was going to? I said Arthur.
Arthur.
Sorry, Arthur.
Damn, the Ardmore.
Who's going to interview you now? Oh, Charles will do that.
I will definitely interview the Alwin Pekin.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
That'll be
also-
that'll be like my first episode on this joint, yo. Because
Yes.
I done dropped a lot of projects as a musician,
Definitely.
but I ain't never been on here.
Nah,
Can I book you,
for,
sir?
for those who
Yes,
haven't,
I need a special
Just-
shout out today. Not double booked.
no,
Never.
just
Send
quick
me an email.
promo
Do
for
you-
those who
do you-
haven't
do you
seen
charge?
it, please.
Yes,
Wow.
You charge?
by the minute.
Gotta go.
But no, that's definitely a dope project, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Whoever
excited.
did that, put that together. I know Flex is about Flex, but whoever put that together, man.
Oh, the documentary.
The
Yeah,
document-
Kudos
Flex been
to
working,
you.
y'all.
Yeah,
Talking about
man.
I'm about to quit music. No, you not.
it's been
It's a
a
lie.
it's been a
About
busy
to
year.
retire. No, you
About to
not.
I
hang
mean,
it
that's
up.
that's the creatives, you know. They always feel like they're gonna quit what they're doing,
Yeah,
but never quit.
you just need a little break.
No.
You gotta tell yourself you're gonna quit. That's how I felt when I was about to quit this podcast. And and this is confession. I was about to quit. It was like I think it was like a stretch of like 2 or 3 weeks where I was just here by myself,
No, see, okay. Let me tell you something.
and I was like, I'm done.
No, the only time I've not been here was when my cousin was getting married that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been here every Saturday except that one.
But yeah, you always here.
Yeah, I'm always here. But then it's me being here is
Well, who
just
don't be
literally
here?
moral support.
Uh-huh.
Only because I don't know how to work the cameras and stuff. So it's like you're by yourself. I can get what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
So
Don't
another goal
worry.
is for Charles to learn everything.
I will be here.
Alright,
I will
cool.
be here. Trust me. If I'm available, I will be here, and I'm going
You're
to
hosting
make
next
myself
year.
available.
Major.
No, yeah, definitely.
Major.
Definitely. I have no
Major.
problems hosting. So all you people, please come on this. Please.
Come on,
but-
talk to said Charles.
Yes.
Also, on the couch talk aspect of it, I know we haven't had a couch talk episode in a while, just because we've been putting the topics together. But definitely, I want to move away from just talking about relationships
And sex.
and sex, and that's not all
Yeah,
this couch
I
talk
agree.
is about, man. You know, we definitely want to talk about sensitive subjects, homosexuality, mental health. What's some other ones that we talked about? Yeah, I'm
What
just
was the one we were
saying.
talking about where we
No,
wanted
it's-
to have
it's dope.
different,
Oh,
the different generations?
age,
The
age
Yeah.
gap.
The age
yeah.
gap one. That's gonna be a dope one.
Yeah, have some old heads
Yeah.
and have some like people our age. I mean, not your age. You're gonna
You
be on
guys,
the old head
you guys
side.
go ahead and just give all your couch talk ideas for people to go have their own
I know,
couch
right?
talk.
Dang.
Damn.
Oh my god.
But they ain't gonna do like how we
Cut.
do it. They ain't gonna do it like how we do it. They ain't gonna do it like how we do it.
Edit this
El
part out,
Facto.
AK. Edit
Yeah,
this part
man.
out.
Nah,
And
it's
that's
cool,
another
it's
thing
cool.
too. People don't understand is that we don't edit anything. There's been people who've come on and be like, "Yo, I said this and that and third. Can you take this out? Can you take that?" Out? We've only done that for one or two people, and one it was like, okay, this was clearly gonna get him in trouble, and the other one was us just being like letting our principles go. But we don't edit anything. We don't, you know what I'm saying, like take out or add in anything. The way you say it is the way it goes on live, on the YouTube and things like that. So you can't be coming on here and saying all kind of crap. Next year, my goal is to challenge these guests. You say some stuff that's bogus, I'll pull out research and give you
Pull out the
statistics.
receipts.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm laughing because we had one guest that was just talking crap. Flex he was lying. Flex, remember? You don't remember? I can't call no names, but I remember.
What was his
It was
business?
like early. I can't call no names, so I'm not saying nothing. But remember, it was like early on in the year. And he was just talking.
Oh yeah. It was like, oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
And Ike was like, yeah.
I'm so lost in this.
AK was
Oh, you
chopping all
ain't-
his Gary.
Because you were here.
Yo, this guy's a certified
Scammer.
scammer.
Yes, because
This guy would sell sand to the beach.
ain't no numbers changed. And remember, he was like, "This is I put it on this platform because this is going to do this."
This
I'm
guy
like,
would sell fire to hellfire with his mouth.
He
yes.
sold his book to $100 to AK.
Wow.
I was looking at
It's like,
I could see.
Wise
I'm
man,
not even gonna
AK.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. But
He sold his book for what?
For $100 to you.
I didn't give nobody $100.
no, I'm not gonna lie. When he
You
was
say
talking, I was intrigued as well. But it was not until Flex brought it to our attention, and we're like, "Oh wait, you're right." And then we did some more research in the back. We're like,
Now the guy can talk, bro. Like he's like somebody we know, where it's like they have that thing about them where when they talk, they can capture you and sell you. Like, you know, they can like they'll sell you. You just give them all your money. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Listen.
But I was like, nah, bruh. But that's genuine people, you know. For the, like 99.9% is like people really out here doing it. Yeah. But he was just the one, the exception, where it's just like, how the heck did we even fall for you to come and say that? You know what I'm saying?
Wow. But and it came from out of state.
So it wasn't imposter syndrome. It was imposter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both.
Wow. Very much so.
Yeah. Yeah, man. What do you guys think is a need, something that we are liking that we can, you know, we definitely need to plug up?
I'm just thinking we need to grow our audience. We gotta figure out a way how to do that.
I think the audience has been growing. I think in the last couple of months it's definitely grown a lot.
I don't think not a lot.
Not a lot,
it's
but
grown, but it's not like where it should be. Like as much as people know about Stuck in the Middle, we're not where our numbers don't
reflect.
Yeah.
That's definitely like a very great awareness. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying, I meet people, it's like, oh, Stuck in the Middle. Like people know, but the numbers don't show. As far as like not just numbers on like the internet, but like, you know, numbers flipping to, you know.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
What I've noticed is that when people talk to me about Stuck in the Middle, they tell me, oh, they assimilate watching a clip on Instagram as the episode versus watching the actual episode. Do you think that because we put out so many different clips that kind of takes away from the episode itself, or
so maybe like shorter clips on Instagram?
I don't know.
No clips at all, and they just.
I don't want to say no clips at all. I don't want to say no clips at all because I've definitely had people they'll you know, I test them, you know, just to see.
I think that is just a matter of, you know, dedication. If you know what I'm saying, if you like Future the artist, if you put out a teaser, you know what I'm saying, you're not just gonna watch a teaser and be like, I'm done with that. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying.
Like
so if a person is invested, they're gonna, you know what I'm saying. So I'm not worried about a person who's like, that's all I'm gonna watch. I'm worried about a person who's like gonna click subscribe, youtube.com/SitMpodcast, by the way, or you know what I'm saying, who's gonna leave reviews, who's gonna comment and things like that. So I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, alienate the. This is just my opinion. We're having a conversation. The people who are dedicated, who watch on a weekly basis. For the person who's just like, oh, I'm watching casually, a casual fan. Yeah.
So another thing too is, you run the Stuck in the Middle page, right? So you could tell the days that we get more traffic than the other days, right? Don't you think that on those days that we get more traffic are the days that we should probably promote more or drop stuff more on those days or certain times? Because Instagram is like, you have to be, it's like timing and days and you know, I feel like the weekends people are just not on Instagram like that.
That's a conversation you need to have with A-Kid because he is quick on that trigger. A-Kid be wanting to drop stuff.
Post.
Yeah, I
feel like we should.
As soon as it's ready, post. Post. But I think we've been migrating towards that. Like Saturday, like, you know, dropping like a clip on Saturday morning is like prime time.
Yeah.
People
because everybody's in their bed. Like.
And people like Achiri's hungover back from the club. They're on their phones, you know what I'm saying?
But we not up at that time of being hungover from the club.
You know, looking at their phones, so.
We just gotta figure it out.
Yeah, but definitely Monday morning. It's not been a good time. Everybody's just like, you know, it's a new week. So I don't know. That's
so like hump day, Wednesday. So usually like we just have to check. You just have to look because there's a little square like on business pages that you could check that will tell you when you get the most traffic on your page. So then we could go from there or something.
We'll figure it out. How about y'all tell us, leave a comment, and and shoot us emails and things like that. Let us know how you enjoy this platform, man. If you are an avid listener on a weekly basis, like I said, we've been doing this for 3 years. Coming up February 5th, we make 3 years. We ain't stopping. We only growing. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of podcasts that has a reason in the DMV and in other states, but they're not here. You know what I'm saying? But it's not our business. We're still here and we're growing. You know what I'm saying? It's big. we know we're gonna do bigger and better things. As far as like events, I think we dropped the ball this year on the mental health.
Yeah.
What kind of events I think we should do next year?
more different cancer awarenesses. I think that's another big one. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about lupus. Breast cancer is an obvious one. Just different types of cancer awareness. We should definitely acknowledge that people are out here struggling, as well as physical health. Making sure that, especially us being from the community that we're from, a lot of us don't pay attention to it, especially our parents and grandparents. This is the time where it's critical for them to understand different physical health aspects, such as making sure they're getting checked prostate wise or diabetes wise or whatever wise, just definitely that.
Sure. Yeah, we've been out to a lot of events this year, supporting a lot of people. So if we post we meet and greet, we'd love to see y'all, man. Pull up. We're on social media, SitMpodcast. That's how you get ready updates on everything. If you subscribe on YouTube, hit that ringer. You get updates when we drop every new episode and things like that. Like I said, we're booked to March. Miles been busy to May.
Yes.
Yeah. Make sure May 5th is available free.
Oh man.
May 10th
too.
May 10th too.
Please.
May 10th.
Yes.
May 10th?
My birthday and his birthday.
See,
you
could have told me this in advance. I'm already
May 5th,
booked.
May 10th. That's 5 days apart.
I thought he was saying May 5th because of his book.
It's Cinco de Mayo on Mother's
Yeah,
Day.
my
Let's
book-
just put it that way. But
Okay.
instead of Cinco de Mayo, it's Reflex Day.
Yeah.
Instead of Mother's Day, it's Capo Day.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be okay. We're booked and busy. So I got booked flex.
Yeah, man. Hey, May 5th, I got a book coming out.
It's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all support that. Achiri.
Sponsored by SitMpodcast.
Sponsored by SitMpodcast, Stuck in Middle Podcast. As a publishing house. Stuck in Middle Podcast is a publishing house for this book, so you know what I'm
Stuck
saying?
in the
Why
middle
you call my
doing
name?
big things.
What you call my name?
I was about to say next year you're doing big things too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know
You
what
about to
I'm
fight him or something?
No? Yeah. I was about to
saying? He said, why you calling me here?
no, I thought he was about to say something.
No.
I'm joking.
Hey man, listen. I'm all out. I want to toast. I ain't got no cups. Hey kid, you got a cup out there?
I have a fruit cup, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Fruit cup.
I want to toast to to 3 years.
Yes.
To another 3 years. I want to toast to more money coming in. You know what I'm saying? I want to toast to better guests, bigger sponsorships. You know what I'm saying? Big platforms picking up, this and you know what I'm saying? That's just doing bigger and better things. 2019 has been major. You know what I mean? 2020 is the year of execution. Like I said, we're booked till May. You know what I'm saying? We got some dope guests coming in. The later half of the year is going to be dope as well. So, man, it's Stuck in Middle Podcast. I love each and every one of y'all. Ma, Achiri, Charles, AK, and, Mane, everybody who couldn't be here. The fans, people who watch, fans, family, supporters, haters alike. We here. Appreciate y'all, man. Salute.
Salute.
Many years.
Stuck in Middle Podcast. We out.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta say it with me. This is Stuck in Middle Podcast.
And
We
we
out.
out.